In today's fight news, we start off with a few fight announcements. At bantamweight, Adrian Yanez will fight Vinicius Salvador at a UFC event on May 18th. Also at bantamweight, Cody Durden takes on Carlos Hernandez at UFC 303 on June 29th. MMA royalty Nick Diaz teasing a comeback on social media, stating, "Somebody is gonna pay very soon." Next up, we have Max Blessed Holloway telling UFC on TNT Sports, "If I was born in a different time, I would have been a gladiator. The last time I checked, gladiators didn't walk around with a scale asking what weight you was. If you're the BMF, you gotta step up and fight anybody." Longtime UFC veteran Matt Brown had this to say to the fighter versus the writer in regards to the possible upcoming matchup with Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler. "When Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, it was special. We thought Conor was the man, and Nate did it coming in on effing 2 weeks notice? That was amazing. But if Michael Chandler did it, I don't even think we'd be impressed. Okay, you beat a dude that's been doing movies and drinking and partying for 3 years." Welterweight superstar Michael Venom Page had this to say on the MMA Hour in regards to a possible matchup with welterweight champion Leon Edwards. "One more fight to really get my feet wet, and then we can go, but it's not my decision to make." Also on the MMA Hour, former bantamweight king Aljamain Sterling had this to say about a possible future matchup with featherweight king Ilia Topuria. "If I beat Kattar the way I think I am capable of doing, I think I'm next in line for a title shot." Speaking of the newly crowned featherweight champion, Topuria had this to say to UFC.com in regards to any future opponents. "If you want to take this belt, just make sure you are good everywhere. Make sure your striking is on point, your wrestling is on point, your ground game is on point, your mental strength is on point. You have to be on point." MMA legend Diego Sanchez recently opened up about the controversial relationship he had with former coach Josh Fabia on his Instagram, stating, "For the past 2 years, I've been running from a very traumatic experience. You know, words cannot even explain how traumatizing this was. It involves a very evil man that manipulated, blackmailed, extorted me, and eventually put an end to my UFC career. I've been dealing with this psychopath for, it's been 3 years, 4 years. I paid him out. I paid him money to get out of my life because the situation had become so volatile and so evil and dark that there was no other option. Either he was going to kill me or I was going to have to kill him." Next up, we have a first look at Season 32 of TUF, Grasso Shevchenko. And lastly, on an episode of On the Ropes Combat, top 10 welterweight Ian Machado Gary is claiming Colby Chaos Covington is ducking him. What do you guys think? Leave your comments below.